For a man who made champions of Mark Albrighton and Danny Drinkwater, you would have thought Claudio Ranieri would have received more job offers than he has done. He's finally landed himself a new job at Nantes, after the club had to receive special dispensation considering his age. The club should be excited though. The Diddy-Dong specialist has coached some of the finest players in Europe during an illustrious 30-year management career. Let's take a look at the best. Gianluigi Buffon. While there may be a few questionable selections coming up, one that I think we can all agree on is that Gianluigi Buffon should take his rightful position between the sticks. The Italian legend, who has spent the last 16 years as Juventus #1, worked under Ranieri for 2 seasons and was predictably excellent. Fabinho. A surprise inclusion perhaps, considering that Fabinho was only 20 years old when Monaco drafted him in on loan in the summer of 2013. However, the Brazilian wasn't overawed in the slightest and performed to such a high standard under Ranieri that he's rewarded with another loan before signing on a permanent basis in 2015. Whether he'll still be in France to come up against his old boss next season, we'll just have to wait and see. Ciro Ferrara. Most aspiring footballers dream of growing up to score goals and win games. Italians seem to aspire to keeping the ball out of the damn net. Ciro Ferrara was just another in a long line of world-class defenders the country produced. Ranieri worked alongside the versatile defender at Napoli during the 91-92 and 92-93 seasons, where he was deployed as centre-half alongside a future World Cup winner, John Terry. Sorry Wes, you just missed the cut by about 15 defenders. But anyway, to break the Italian theme going on here, you'd have to be a decent defender, and John Terry was certainly that, and then some. The former Chelsea captain worked with Ranieri during the Italians' 4 years at Stamford Bridge, although Abramovich soon got bored of the lack of silverware after about 5 minutes of walking through the door. Javier Zanetti. A word to describe Javier Zanetti would be consistent, or maybe boring considering that he didn't change his club or hairstyle for nearly 20 years. No matter, the Argentine left-back played almost 900 games for Inter Milan, winning everything in sight. He only spent the 11-12 season with Ranieri, and so you might think, what's he doing in here? The man was 38 years old. Well, do you want to put in Celestine Barbiero? Rui Costa. English audiences might best remember Rui Costa for smashing a thunderbolt past David James during Euro 2004 on a night when Wayne Rooney broke his foot and Darius Vassell showed everybody how ridiculous it was to stick him on the plane. Costa is otherwise known for being one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. He lit Serie A alight for 12 years, with 7 of those spent with Fiorentina, where he was managed by Ranieri for 4. Having recently been promoted, Ranieri soon guided them to silverware and a Champions League challenge. Now where have I heard that before? N'Golo Kante. Let's be honest, when Ranieri took the Leicester job in 2015, nobody would ever have thought a player from that relegation-threatened side would be ending up in a team like this. As we all know, N'Golo Kante was superb during his lone season for the Foxes, his tireless energy setting the tone for their miraculous title triumph, although there may be another Frenchman who might feel hard done by this snub. Frank Lampard. I mentioned consistency earlier. No man knows the meaning of that term more than Frank Lampard. For a midfielder to reach double digits in the Premier League for 10 straight seasons is nothing short of insane. Abramovich may have unceremoniously sacked Ranieri back in 2004, but he should have spent the next few years kissing the Italians' feet, first signing the man who'd go on to score 211 goals for Chelsea back in 2001. Actually, that might be a bit strange. Francesco Totti. The Premier League seems to be making a botched job of farewells these days. Steven Gerrard spent about 6 months getting forced standing ovations, while John Terry had an actual Premier League game come to a halt as he trudged off like the Queen herself. Francesco Totti's poignant goodbye at Roma last month left not a dry eye in the house, and encapsulated just what an inspirational figure he was during his 25 years at the Stadio Olimpico. Ranieri worked with him from September 2009 until February 2011, where the World Cup winner continued to be exceptional. Gabriel Batistuta. One of the legends of the 90s, Gabriel Batistuta was a man who gobbled up goals like they were scraps of food. His most prolific years came at Fiorentina, where he scored 207 goals in 332 games. He scored 95 goals in his 4 seasons under Ranieri, winning the Coppa Italia and Serie A Golden Boot Award. Oh, and he also went on an 11-game goal-scoring streak. Now, hasn't Ranieri coached another lad who's done that? Alessandro Del Piero. No, Jamie, you're not getting in this team. No matter how crazy it is that you've gone from getting smashed on blue vodka and Skittles before games at Stocksbridge Park Steels to scoring for England inside 6 years. Alessandro Del Piero is one of the modern greats, having won pretty much everything there is to win in football, except maybe the Indian Super Cup. He spent 19 years at Juventus, scoring 290 goals during his 705 games. The then 34-year-old's 2 seasons under Ranieri yielded a combined 45 goals. Although there were reports that the two didn't get on, and that the Italian inadvertently contributed to his exit. Did someone say Danny Simpson? Thanks for watching, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and make sure you check out Footy Feed for all the latest transfer rumours and news.